Hey guys, I'm Nick and welcome back to the channel. Or if you happen to be a new visitor here or a regular visitor who hasn't subscribed yet, please go ahead and click on that big subscribe button to stay up to date with all of the latest Star Trek news on YouTube. So today I'm talking about Star Trek Prodigy. We're only 2 weeks away from our premiere pilot episode from airing on Paramount Plus. And we've got a bit of news to talk about today. We've got some casting news for some exciting returning characters from Voyager. We've got some new promotional shots, and we've got a couple of clips from the show to go through to kind of see what we might be in for Star Trek Prodigy, get a sense of that tone and flavour as to what the show's going to be like. We'll go over all of that, heaps to discuss. Let's get into it. So before we get into looking at the couple of clips from the show, which is coming up, I'm going to talk quickly about some casting information. First, most exciting piece, obviously, is we now know that Robert Beltran is reprising his role as not Commander Chakotay, but Captain Chakotay in Star Trek Prodigy. So obviously Chakotay has come back from the Delta Quadrant. Janeway's gone off to do her thing. He's got a captaincy of his own. Obviously, they've just ignored the whole Marquis uprising business and given him a ship. And we've also got some other cool characters as well, which I assume is part of Chakotay's crew. So it seems like we're going to be getting some other Federation starships involved in Prodigy, and it's not just going to be the Protostar with Janeway and the ragtag group of kids on that ship. It seems like there's going to be other involvement as well. And we've got, obviously, not only Robert Beltran reprising his role as Captain Chakotay, we've also got Daveed Diggs, who will be appearing as an Andorian Commander Tysus, which I assume is possibly Chakotay's first officer. Daveed Diggs has been in heaps of stuff, from Hamilton to Bob's Burgers, Snowpiercer. He did a voice on Star Wars Resistance. So lots of good talent there from him. We've got Jamelia Jamil, who you guys might remember from the comedy series The Good Place. She'll be playing Ensign Essentia. I assume that's the correct pronunciation of that name. And she'll be playing an ensign who is a Trill. And none other than Jason Alexander, who played George on Seinfeld, will be Dr. Noom, who is a Tellarite. So I wonder if these characters are part of Chakotay's crew. Now, one exciting piece of information that I just learnt is that you might think, oh, these guys appear in one episode or whatever as, maybe a guest quick appearance. But I searched it up on IMDb, and if we look at some of these characters and their credits on Star Trek Prodigy, it actually seems that Robert Beltran, Daveed Diggs, and these other characters are going to be appearing in multiple episodes of this show. In fact, going by IMDb, it seems like they're in all the episodes. They're kind of regular characters in this show. I wonder if this is why when they released the opening title sequence video with Michael Giacchino's great musical theme, that there was no graphics showing the characters and actors' names for this series to make it a surprise. How exciting is that? That we're not only going to be getting Captain Chakotay and his crew for just maybe one quick appearance, but as regular characters on this show. That's really exciting stuff. Well, you've obviously got the kids and Janeway on the Protostar, and I wonder whether we're also going to be kind of cutting back and forth between Chakotay and his crew on his Federation starship, whether they're kind of in turn searching for the Protostar or something to do with that. Maybe Chakotay has sent the Protostar out to the Delta Quadrant for some reason with the Janeway hologram on board. But this certainly is exciting news. Next, we've got a couple of really exciting clips to have a look at for the show. They really give us a bit of a sense of the tone of the show. So let's take a look at some of those clips and see what the flavour of the show is going to be.
I'm Catherine Janeway, your training advisor. I'm a hologram based on one of the most decorated captains in Starfleet history, programmed to assist the Protostar's crew on their journey back to Federation space.
It's great to see Kate Mulgrew reprising her role as Captain Janeway. They've done a good job of giving her a very good likeness in this series. Hearing her deliver the dialogue and so forth in this scene, I think is great and really anchors this show in the Star Trek universe.
Ugh, she's hideous. Why is her forehead so smooth? Ugh.
You're no summer peach either, Tellarite.
Ha 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 ha! Jacob Pog likes her.
I love the interaction here between Jankum Pog and Janeway. Obviously, Tellarites are kind of gruff, grumpy characters that kind of love getting into arguments and everything. And the fact that he's sort of insulted her forehead, she's kind of done the same thing back to him. That's just got her massive brownie points in his book. You know, you get into an argument with a Tellarite, and if you can give as good as you get, you're okay in their book. So it's good to see that personality type here coming out in that Jankum Pog character, really nicely voiced by Jason Mantzoukas.
What's a Fredder? Federation?
What Starfleet crew doesn't know the Federation? Where's your captain?
Right here. I am the captain. And I order you to return us to Tars Lamora.
Lord, forgive her!
In terms of the character of Roktark, it's kind of weird because you've got there's such a contrast. You've got this giant hulking rock creature that's sort of like the Thing from Fantastic Four, or Korg from the Marvel films, but this little sweet girl's voice coming out of its mouth. So it's such a contrast. Now, obviously, we see also in this clip the fact that Gwyn is tied up in the captain's chair. She obviously doesn't start out to be part of this team. She's not really one of them. She obviously is working for the bad guys, because we know that her father is kind of the antagonist role in this show.
She's delirious. Her brain's sick with space flu. I'm in command of this ship.
Quite a vote of confidence.
And it definitely seems like Janeway hologram has kind of sniffed out that something is going on with these guys, and she's trying to work it out.
I'm only here to offer advice and maintain the Protostar's lower-level functions. Everything else is up to your crew. But I believe there is something you aren't being truthful about.
Janeway's only there to sort of maintain the Protostar's sort of low-level functions, and the actual kids have got the major control over the ship. The kids get a chance to sort of stretch their legs and assert their leadership and put their own stamp on the ship rather than kind of having Janeway boss them around like the captain. Obviously, there's no pips on her collar. She's got the Starfleet uniform on, but she's not in control. The kids are in control.
Guys! I found someone else to come with us!
Whoa, Rock! I thought we made it clear this was a secret operation.
I think Murph's going to be a really good character on Prodigy. I really get a sense that he's kind of going to be the mascot of the crew, you know, like R2-D2 is in Star Wars. He's going to be kind of quirky, he's going to be intelligent, he's going to, you know, be able to get into do those little jobs and fix those things that the other crew members can't reach. So he really seems like he's going to take on that R2-D2-esque kind of role on board the Protostar with these guys.
You invited that thing?
What is that bag of spit?
Is it a that? I named him Murph. I can't wait to hear what he has to say. He's such a chatterbox, aren't you, Murph?
But I also get the sense that Murph is going to be helpful for these guys, but he's also going to be a hindrance as well, because clearly he probably likes chewing on, you know, power cables, or, you know, eating tools that he's not meant to eat, and getting up to a little bit of mischief as well.
He's probably too smart for our translators.
Oh, no! Back! No! Get away from there!
At least our secret's safe with him.
Everybody's got the dog that they love, or pet or cat or whatever they love, the family pet that, you know, everybody loves and can help out and do things, but also can, you know, pull the rubbish bags out of the rubbish bin and chew your favourite pair of shoes up as well. He's going to be helpful and a hindrance at the same time, I reckon.
Quiet!
Watchers are coming this way.
They're tracking our monitors.
What will happen if they catch us?
You're a survivor. Help us survive.
Now, at the end of this little clip, we see these insect-like robots called Watchers. They're clearly trying to hunt down these kids that have probably escaped from whatever the mining or hard labour that they were doing on this planet. They've managed to escape, and they're being tracked down by these little hunter-seeker robots. We hear Dahl say that they're tracking their monitors, so obviously the kids have got maybe kind of some chips implanted in them to find them if they escape, so that their owner or whatever has got a means of hunting down escaped prisoners labourers or whoever they happen to be. It also seems like the character of Zero, the Medusan, is sort of going to be a bit of a spiritual guide, a bit of a leader, maybe a little older this character plays as, so can kind of act as a little bit of a kind of mentor maybe role for the crew, because obviously there's varying ages there. Jank and Pog's more of a teenager, Gwyn's more of a teenager, but obviously we've got Roktark, who's the younger little girl kind of character, and obviously Zero is maybe a little bit more intellectual character on board this ship.
And I get a sense that Dahl's going to be one of these characters that kind of wants to run the show, but he's a bit out of his depth and not quite sure what to do and needs a bit of guidance.
The tone of this show is probably a tiny bit younger than I thought it might play to. I was kind of hoping that the tone would probably be like around the same sort of tone as Star Wars, Clone Wars type series, Rebels, Bad Batch, that sort of thing, where it's animated but open to kind of all ages. It kind of feels like the level that it's playing at is kind of like a Pixar movie, like Toy Story or, Monsters, Inc. or WALL-E or any of those Pixar films, which, yes, are targeted at younger audiences. But look, I love some of the Pixar movies. I think, they're, really great films. Adults can enjoy them as well. They're not so kiddie-ish that adults would just never even consider watching them. They can be enjoyed by people of all ages. So I kind of feel like the tone that the show is trying to sort of evoke is that sort of, yes, slightly younger demographic, but, along the lines of a good Pixar movie that adults can enjoy as well. I'm guessing that even if the stuff that's playing with the kids is maybe targeted at a lower age group or age range, when we cut to the Chakotay stuff and his crew on whatever Federation starship they're on, that's probably going to be playing at our typical, our typical Starfleet level, which is probably going to be a little bit more focused at an older demographic. So I think I get a sense that if that's the case, this show's going to balance itself out quite nicely.
Star Trek Prodigy premieres on Paramount Plus on October 28. Be sure to check it out.
Guys, let me know what you thought about these clips from Star Trek Prodigy. If you're excited for the show, what do you think about the news about Captain Chakotay and his crew of officers and so forth, and what your theory is in terms of how he is going to incorporate into the show as well. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, guys. As always, please don't forget to leave a super thanks if you're able to. If not, just like and comment on this video. Share it with your friends. Check out my other great videos in these links. Or check out my merchandise in the merch store. Always a sale going on. Heaps of really cool Star Trek flavoured t-shirts. I've added 2 new designs to the merch store recently, so be sure to check them out. And I will see you guys very soon for my next video. Catch you soon.